So, a foul stench blew into Beijing this week. And I'm not talking about Kim Jong-un, the evil dictator from the police state North Korea next door, who rolled into town on a special train, his own Shosholoza mail, to Beijing for talks with Xi Jinping. No, not him. Although looking at him, he looks as though he could be a bit stinky in that suit of his, given his size. What I'm talking about is a sandstorm in Inner Mongolia. I don't know what this is about, but look at the pictures. Somehow or another, in addition to the smog that they have in Beijing, they have these from time to time. A literal sandstorm blowing across the whole of northern China. I mean, people barely able to see their hands in downtown Beijing. How terrible. Speaking of stinky, what about what's going on in Austria? These people completely lost their minds. The parliament in that country just voted to bring back smoking at bars and restaurants in the country. Apparently the smaller ones don't even have to have a separate smoking section. Everyone can just light up where they are. 30% of Austrians over the age of 15 smoke. And this bizarre new rule apparently was a decision brought about by a right-wing coalition that had this as an election promise. In any event, Austria is finally earning its reputation as the ashtray of Europe. Okay, follow up on last week's story about the Uber car that hit the lady in Arizona. This got me to thinking, what is Uber all about with this driverless technology anyway? Because, as you can imagine, on top of those Volvo XC90s is a literal barrage of expensive technology. Military-grade lasers, sensory detectors, computer processors, artificial intelligence, heat sensors, motion sensors, navigational devices which know the roads and the maps and are connected to the internet, plus devices that can read and see traffic signals that may not be on the maps. All of which adds up to massive, massive expense. Imagine if Uber were to replace its current fleet with these driverless cars and have to actually own them. The capital expense, according to some people, for the US alone would be close to $300 billion. Here's an idea, Mr. Uber. Human drivers. Think of the advantages. Onboard computer, motion sensors, cheap production costs. They're busy making new ones. Drivers at the hospitals in your local area, production cost zero. Meanwhile, there's the extra factor that in most cases, the best drivers own the vehicles. They own the vehicles. This is the capital light business model, Mr. Uber. Think about it, more profits. Finally, a story about a fertility clinic fail. Do I need to continue the story? I mean, the headline basically says it all. Fertility clinic fail. I'm afraid so. Fertility clinic in Cleveland, Ohio, holding human embryos and eggs in a frozen state for about 750 clients, 4,000 unique samples. The nitrogen cooling circuit broke down, so they were sloshing that in. Management thought that'd be okay manually. And then it was the weekend, and the alarm system was off, and the backup remote alarm system was turned off. Everything's turned to mush. Class action lawsuit starting in 3, 2, 1.